So I received a comment on my Fake It Till You Make It video talking about simple ways how it portrays a similar message. And I gotta agree, because I just watched it and it gives that same message, but I think it also gives it in a different perspective too. The gist of the episode is that you shouldn't change yourself or your opinions for someone else, because at the end of the day, your true friends are the people who will like you for who you are and for what you stand for. And if you don't believe me, then let's walk through the episode. Basically what happened is that Rarity got chosen to be the pony of ceremony for Ponyville Day. And with that role, she had the creative power to theme the day however she wanted to. She was thrilled to know that the editor Trenderhoof was coming by to Ponyville to write about Ponyville Day. But not only that, she also had a huge crush on him, so she really wanted to impress him and also get to know him more. Originally, she made the theme of Ponyville Day to be something that ponies of high class would enjoy. You know, stuff like punch tasting and fashion shows, and stuff like that. And as she walked around with Trenderhoof, explaining what will happen at the ceremony, they went to Sweet Apple Acres to explain that this is where Ponyville started. However, she didn't realize that Trenderhoof would get an immediate crush on Applejack just at first sight like that. And this totally changed Rarity's mind as far as how to run the ceremony. We see Trenderhoof trying to impress Applejack as she's just trying to do her chores, bucking apples and taking care of the farm. It gave Rarity the impression that she had to do something similar to impress Trenderhoof. So she goes around trying to be more of a farm pony instead of the fashionista self that she usually is. At first, she eased into it, having a bit more of like a bedazzling farm dress while trying to buck apples, but that wasn't enough to impress Trenderhoof. And this is more or less where Rarity makes her first mistake, is that instead of focusing on the theme being for the Ponyville citizens, she tailored it more to win the heart of Trenderhoof instead. She kept thinking to herself, what is that Applejack has that I don't? What is it that she does that makes her appealing to Trenderhoof? But in doing so, she was invalidating her own qualities. She was talking down to herself and saying that she's not good enough for Trenderhoof, and in fact, not good enough in general.
I just want to thank you all for coming, and second, I know y'all will all adore my new festival theme.
So in an attempt to win Trenderhoof's heart, she went off the deep end and totally changed her personality from being a fashionista girl to more of a farm girl. And she even decided to change the theme of Ponyville altogether to simple ways, hence the name of the episode, but to where instead of having more of something that's a bit high class and formal to something that's really farm-like. All of her friends, Applejack especially, thought it was ridiculous that she was going off the deep end, being someone she's not, essentially, just to impress Trenderhoof at the end of the day. As she was trying to arrange this theme for Ponyville Day, everyone knew how ridiculous it was, so Applejack went on to be her opposite self, which was essentially being a fashionista like Rarity. Rarity found it ridiculous that she was acting so out of character for herself, but Applejack was trying to prove a point to her that she shouldn't try to change who she is to impress someone else. And that's the whole point of the episode, is that we don't have to change who we are to impress somebody. We don't have to change who we are for our friends or to befriend somebody. We just have to be our own selves at the end of the day. I can see how this relates to the episode Fake It Till You Make It, although it's focused on Fluttershy, but this has a different perspective in it, and it shows that we don't have to be someone we're not to impress somebody or befriend somebody. We just have to be our own selves at the end of the day. People will enjoy you for being your authentic self. You don't have to change who you are.
Will some pony bring me a towel to wipe this repulsive filth from my hooves? There's the Rarity I know.
Applejack was able to knock the sense into Rarity that she should just be her own self and that she doesn't have to be someone different, and especially try to change the theme of Ponyville Day. She just has to put her own creative spark into what she does, and that she just has to express herself the way she wants to. You know, I always think of my early YouTube days where I tried to be someone entirely different. I know I talked about this in another video, but it still applies here. I tried to be someone who was loud and obnoxious because I thought that's who I had to be in order to impress an audience. But it turns out that I just have to express my true self in front of everyone. I'm someone who's usually a bit more quiet and more calm in nature, and I'm just someone who enjoys making these inspirational videos. And I'm glad to see that y'all see the value in them too. I see that y'all appreciate what I have to offer to all of y'all, and it means the world to me. And why am I saying all this? It's because it revolves back into the point that you just have to express your true self and not change who you are to impress somebody. Don't try to chase for someone and change who you are. The right person will come to you one day. In the meantime, you just have to enjoy yourself in your own company and also enjoy the friends that you currently have that appreciate you for who you are. Because as we saw with Rarity, Applejack and her friends enjoyed her for who she really was. And you can't ask for anything better than that. Thanks for watching, and as always, we are Eternal for Life.